Hello everybody and welcome. Checking if it's going on. Yes. Good evening everybody. On behalf of Essentia Wellbeing Dubai and me, Chamuel of Light, I want to wish everybody Eid Mubarak, the blessings of Eid, the blessings of the celebration, the family, the unity, the love and light and kindness and prosperity. Wish everybody Eid Mubarak. From the very beginning of time, before we start our session for today or our free talk about something you would all love so much, I want to share with you that from the very beginning of time, God Almighty has created the universe, all of us, the 7 seas, the 7 oceans, the humans, the planet. And He showed us the way to the love and light. And one of them is fasting. And after fasting is the Eid. And that is the family celebration, the whole international divine consciousness human being celebrating Eid Mubarak. From the bottom of my heart, I wish everybody Eid Mubarak. And may we all carry on, even after Eid, being that conduit of love and light. And Eid or Eid Mubarak is always being light and spreading light and being that person who is aligned with your life purpose, who is grounded to your life purpose, who is being that light, that globe of light. So I wish everybody Eid Mubarak. Today's free talk is about crystals or healing with crystals. Crystals have a very deep, beautiful, multi-dimensional frequency from the deepest layer of Mother Earth. They are from the core of Mother Earth, from the womb of Mother Earth, and for millions and millions of years, Mother Earth, with her intention and raising her frequency vibration to germinate for us and send to the surface the beautiful, most abundant, holy, magnificent crystals that they are germinating a frequency of healing that we can use with all the energy modalities, which I will explain in a while. So, I think you can see the crystals over here. They are from the deepest layer of Mother Earth, and they are so precious, and they are so important in all the energy modalities. And for those who know me out there, or those who don't know me are new to that page, welcome everybody to Chamuel of Light's page. Welcome to everybody who is willing to join me by becoming a light worker. What is a light worker? I will make a post explaining completely, probably next month, about what is light worker, how to germinate light, how to be a part of light and have gratitude. And for those who know me, in every energy modality, I like to explain about the history or historical references, the fundamentals, the philosophy, and the benefits, and of course, a bit of scientific evidence. So, history of the crystals or healing with crystals. Since the very ancient times, ancient Sumerians, they had powerful formulas. So are the Egyptians or the pharaohs. All the ancient people embarked the spiritual journey with crystals. They carved the grave amulets of the same gems. Egyptians used crystals for protection, for health, for beauty, to combat and repel evil energy. They even used it in eyeshadow. Most probably, for those who have watched this free talk before, they probably are watching it again, which is important for me because the more we learn, I learn with you every single day, and the more we indulge with the benefits of crystals, the more we resonate with the frequency vibration of Mother Earth, especially in this nowadays time where we are all germinating the frequency of healing with Mother Earth. So, I mentioned they even used it as eyeshadow for beauty. Also, ancient Mexico, in the Greek ancient times, they used crystals and they used it to prevent darkness. They would use it even for hangovers, and those who are drunk, they used the crystals to make people awake and present and resonant. So, crystals prevent darkness, hangover. They have a very beautiful power. They even used it during the war in the ancient time. Of course, I don't wish to anybody any more wars or any more fighting or any more even arguing, because we are to germinate love and light. But history is history. That is why I mentioned a bit of history. They used the power of crystals in the ancient time, but again with no ego. With no ego at all. In China, they made musical instruments. In the Chinese emperors in the ancient China, they buried themselves with crystals. And in South America, they believed that crystals aids and heals the kidneys. So imagine the power of crystals, that it can believe to be healing kidneys or facilitate the energy of kidneys by flushing the toxins out of our body. And we all know that kidneys have millions of nephrons in the biology of human body and the anatomy of human body. The beautiful kidneys, they have millions of nephrons that they act to purify. The kidneys are over here. So back in history, in the ancient time, they used crystals to facilitate the healing of kidneys. In New Zealand, they believe that crystals bring good luck or channel good luck or abundance or manifestation. And up to this day, imagine in New Zealand, they use crystals for the happy energy. In the very old religions, they believe there is something called fourth heaven. Just like in meditation, we go through the seven heavens or the seventh dimension. They used crystals and they made it out of garnet. In the Kalpa tree Hinduism, offerings, the diamond throne in Buddhism, and the tree of knowledge and wisdom, illumination, transformation, and transmutation. So, when we have crystals around us, or when I'm gonna get closer with amethyst, and this is very good for spirituality and ascending to the seventh dimension. So, they believe when we use crystals around us, even to the current days, it germinates a very strong energy that is sufficient enough to levitate us, to eliminate any fear or anxiety in exchange of inner peace. So, all the ancient people used gemstones and they used all the crystals to facilitate healing. And they used it to clear the body, soul, spirit, and mind from any negative energy or negative aura or negative channeling that we collect from people. And that is how we use crystals in both. For example, there is a difference in every energy modality that I do or any light worker out there does. It's a two-face or a two-coin, a coin with two hearts that they are equal to each other with love and light. One part is to do a session of healing that nowadays we can do online, or if you go through my page and scroll at the Insta Chamuel of Light at the very bottom somewhere, you will see two posts that I explain specifically how to use crystals in a simple geometrical shape around the body, around the chakras. So it is used one-on-one healing session or to study that healing modality to graduate as a light worker who's using crystals for so many energy modalities. So we already know that crystals have a beautiful energy and it has all the intention and it invokes the properties of crystals and vibration healing frequency. What does that mean? When you have the intention to send love and light, to channel, to clear, to transcend, to wish people around you love and light. When you channel, example, when you are going through a Reiki session, when you channel the crystals with a specific, humble, beautiful energy, the crystals already are invoked, meaning you wake up the beautiful energy of the crystals, and that crystals immediately with your intentions germinate a beautiful high frequency that helps the person with you to be healed and cleared and aligned and channeled and grounded and rooted. You're probably hear me using so many beautiful words again and again, like grounding, rooting, aligning. These are very, very important in all the energy modalities. To know that we are here to be aligned, we are here to be germinating light, we are to follow our life purpose. And with the life purpose, it's very important to know where you're coming from. And I come from the world of love and light, and I invite you all to join me with gratitude, and everybody out there, whatever your job is, whether you're a teacher, a housewife, a mother, a father, a friend, anybody out there, it all starts with gratitude. And that is my signature as I'm getting to know you more and more and more. It's almost 1 year now that you joined my heart as Chamuel of Light. This is my humble signature, where I invite you every single day to go on your knees and look up to heaven and to say, thank you, God, for my heart, for my family, for my abundance, for my manifestation, for my family, for my job, for my daily bread. Thank you for making me lucky, humble, abundant, holy, magnificent. And thank you for making me realize that it is my birthright to be happy. This is my humble signature in every energy modality that I do and I will do with you. From the past, it's already gone. Tomorrow, we don't know tomorrow. We have now. So we live in now and the power of now. Thank you for sending a lot of people into my world, into my humble world of love and light. This is my signature, and I invite everybody to start every single day with the humble gratitude to Almighty. So, back to the crystals. Even in England, they used antiques and gemstones, necklaces, even in the weddings in England and the history. I mentioned history. I did mention that I will always bring history, facts of documented facts to share with you, the knowledge that is I'm learning with you every single day. Sometimes I read something that I've written myself and I go back to myself. Did I write that? But facts are facts. In England, they used antiques and gemstones as necklaces, even in weddings, and they passed those necklaces to generations to send the good luck to the family. So, in the New Age, approximately in 1980, the crystals merged with an integration of healing method or methodology with merging spirituality and science and channeling using the crystals. Today, as known, it is already known as crystal therapy or crystal healing. So, approximately in 1980, science have agreed on so many aspects of spirituality that has been proven by documents, by facts, by hospitals, by people who have been praying and meditating for healing. So they merged spirituality and facts together, and they used crystals for an alternative, non-invasive therapy or healing session to germinate that frequency of healing, the soul, spirit, mind, and body, and the aura. So, now we go into the crystals. What are the crystals? Crystals with all their types and colors and names, which I will not go through because it's like a 2-day course, where you learn with me about the crystals, the types of them, the crystal grids, the geometry of crystals, and certain shapes. For example, the shape of the pyramid. in pharaohs or in ancient Egypt, that shape by itself is healing and germinating a frequency of healing. So, when you study healing with crystals with me, we will share about the crystal grids and so many aspects and so many geometrical shapes that will facilitate and amplify the power of the crystals. Alright, so crystals are infinite, timeless minerals, countless benefits. They're produced through a transformation journey inside the womb of Mother Earth. They start the journey as tiny molecules, rocky gems, and as Mother Earth gives birth for them to rise to the surface, she decides the quality, the quantity, the color, the shape, the vibrational frequency. And that's a very important info for me. When we send love and light to Mother Earth, when we plant a tree, when we love animals, in the deepest layer of Mother Earth's womb, she germinates the crystals and she decides the color, the shape, the quantity, the quality, the vibrational frequency. And that is with the intention, the purpose for us to germinate us, to amplify us with her prana energy, the manifestation of each and every crystal that is channeling us accordingly. Meaning to say, when Mother Earth sends her prana energy, that energy is there, is a frequency, is a vibration, it's an intention again. And that beautiful frequency needs a body to manifest. Nothing is dead on planet Earth. Even the wall behind me has a frequency, has a vibration. So, when we set our intention and channel our frequency, attune the frequency to the same frequency of Mother Earth and the crystals, the prana energy instantly gets within us and channels us. And depending on our intention, if a person comes to me and shares with me that secret or that life story or that life purpose that he or she wants to be cleared emotionally, physically, mentally, aurically, vibrationally, so many aspects are involved. It is not just a crystal, it is all about the intention, the intuition, the initiation, and the trust that we will build together. So a lot goes behind the science, the method, the geometry, the intention, and the way we lay the crystals. So that is why, in a very humble way, I ask you to scroll down through my Insta page, Chamuel of Light. You will see a specific 2 posts that I did for myself as an example, and for a friend of mine. You will see all the crystals around her in a specific way with my intention to channel them through that Reiki session. It was a Reiki session, but again, there's so many million ways that we can combine and co-create with Mother Earth. And the intention is balance and harmony, of course. When we have crystals around us, they have a direct impact of balance and harmony for our masculine and feminine energy, the left side and the right side of our being. And it's very important again to acknowledge that God Almighty is doing and we are being. This is the time, and the time is now to surrender every single day before we open the door. God, I depend on you. Get into my heart. I invite you to my world. Bless me with your blessings so that as I open my door, something nice happens to me outside that I can share with the world, and I can invite the world to join me to become a light worker no matter what job do you have. And as I mentioned, next month, I will make a free talk specifically explaining and defining what is a light worker and what is beings of light. So, crystals amplification of luck and abundance. It's a new opportunity of open doors through energy affirmation. It aids the physical illnesses For example, it claims by the science, history, and evidence that with the crystal's energy around our heart, it helps the heart to palpitate in a natural, synchronized way with the divine consciousness, meaning emotional healing of the heart, physical healing, the blood pressure, the palpitation. Crystals help the portal window of light and illumination. They help us to transcend through meditation and ascend. So it gets us to the portal of illumination and light, and that is our purpose, enlightenment. Some of them channel the color spectrum. That is, when we use so many colors of the crystals, I will get that tray to you. This way you can see it properly. I hope it doesn't fall on me because it's heavy. There are so many colors, so many shapes, so many frequency vibration that, as I mentioned, I can't explain only in 1 hour. They help us to amplify the spectrum of the colors, or the ray of the colors, or the rainbow of the colors with our intention. When Mother Earth germinates her frequency and the divine consciousness, that is why there is a rainbow in heaven with the colors of our chakras. So with crystals around our aura, through a Reiki session or a crystals healing alternative non-invasive session, it channels and amplifies the spectrum of colors. And for those who watched me the other week about color therapy, I mentioned, and I will mention again to remind even myself, every single color has a meaning, has a vibration, has a frequency, has an intention. It works on healing, whether it is the physical, the body, the mental, the psychology, the chakras, all the world of the chakras and the chakra world and the colors of the chakras. This is the color and the spectrum of color. Also, it helps to manifestation, merging, I mentioned, spirituality and physical. It helps you through the angel intuitive sixth sensory persona when you study it with me, or when you have a healing session. The crystals help. They also have a big impact with the Reiki, with the color therapy, with the yoga, with the sound healing, with every single energy modality, because, as I mentioned, soul, spirit, mind, and body, crystals, and Mother Earth. I think I went 25 minutes. I'm trying not to go through an hour, but this is impossible. This is just impossible. Unless you're bored of me and you want only 20 minutes, request that and I'll do it. But as for me, I want to give you my heart. So 1 hour or less than 1 hour is sufficient enough to share very important info. So, back. I'm going to go fast forward now. Crystals are magical beings, alive, sensitive, powerful. Humans use them for the healing properties from the beginning of time. They help us to be aligned to our life purpose. The crystal culture has evolved above and beyond. It became a culture. Imagine, crystals have become a culture. It's all about the intention. Scientists and the scientific evidence that I mentioned, they watch. There is a specific scientist, which I will mention his name in the course on the day, in the proper book, that beautiful scientist have watched Mother Earth with the microscope, and he sent Mother Earth intentions. He verbalized in that geography, in that country, in that area where the new crystals are being formed. He sent beautiful words to Mother Earth, and he watched under the microscope, and he recorded that scientific evidence. As I mentioned, I have their names and their books and everything, and that is a fact of science that he observed over the years. Mother Earth has sent and changed the color, the shape kept changing, the color kept changing, till the crystal evolved on Mother Earth as a multi-dimensional frequency that helps to levitate and ascend our being towards enlightenment. So, with crystals, you are able to develop your angelic persona, which I share with you always, to set the intention to walk like an angel, to talk like an angel, to pray like an angel. We are all earth angels in an earth body, setting the intentions to help Mother Earth to heal. Now we reach that crystals amplify the chakras and the chakra system. And I will repeat briefly because chakra system is in all the modalities: the root, creativity, self-confidence, love and forgiveness and acceptance, communication, intuition, and crown and glory. So crystals are beautiful energy that help us to align our chakras, absorbing the energy, clearing the negative energy that we collect unintentionally, and they channel Mother Earth energy. They are a source of divine consciousness, divinity, and all the beautiful consciousness in a simple, humble power of the crystals. I mentioned power of the crystals. I will get closer again. The crystals have so much power, but when it comes to power, we are to approach it with humbleness, with humility, and remember that ego is our worst enemy. Yes, ego is our worst enemy, and the power is for divine consciousness, not for us humans. We are powerful in our morals, ethics, principles, in our alignment, in our intention to take somebody's hands with us and walk the path of love and light. And in all the modalities that I do or teach or share, remember always that the power is God Almighty, and the power are the beautiful angels. And all these energy modalities facilitate and help us to amplify that beautiful energy. But we are always to remember and have gratitude to Source. So they are able to clear our chakras, align our 7 chakras to our purpose, connect them to divine and Mother Earth. And you are to ask your heart always, to ask your heart, when you meet somebody in every modality that I mentioned, ask your heart, do you have a chemistry with that facilitator or that person that was doing the session for you or graduating you or doing a one-on-one healing meditation? Your heart will always answer you. And it's all about the trust, because you have to have consent and trust from that person. And when you go to somebody that you trust, you have to tell them everything, almost everything, so that you are transparent both ways, so that they will know how to work with you, because it is not one person, it is all of us towards the purpose of healing and enlightenment. So, with crystals, we have a celebration, grounding, ritual, earthing, rooting. Crystals help us to eliminate fear, insecurity, lack of luck. When we feel unlucky, crystals help us to amplify the energy of luck through affirmations. When we do the affirmations every single day with the intention of abundance, with crystals around us, the crystals help us to amplify the energy of luck by always telling yourself, I am lucky, I am abundant, I am holy, I am magnificent, I am made of love and light. You are one of a kind. You are precious. You are magnificent. You are a rare breed. Every single woman out there is a rare breed. Every single man out there is a rare, unique breed that came to this world for a purpose. And we sometimes think like we are just a tiny drop in the ocean, like Mother Teresa says. We think that we are just a tiny drop in the ocean. But no. The ocean, that beautiful, abundant ocean, will be less drop without you out there, without me, without all of us collaborating and co-creating to germinate that drop to become a part of the ocean with crystals. So, they channel us, with the affirmations, steady, strong. It's a pathway that we walk our dreams, and our dreams become a fact of life, and they become reality. That is that person that lives in a reality that we create by our intentions. We have a powerful knowing that no matter what, Mother Earth will always survive. Mother Earth is a survival with us, and without us, she will survive. All what we have to do is join Mother Earth with her blessing so that we can survive with her. And don't believe what the media sometimes tell you. Mother Earth will always give abundance and gifts as long as we love her, and we love her children that are the animals, the ocean, the planets, the trees. So let's all go out there and plant a tree anywhere. So it germinates a powerful earth energy. The crystals, they germinate a powerful earth energy that germinates and amplify the energy to survive with methods, means, ways. It helps our aura, the auric field, and the auric DNA. We have an aura, we already know by now, which is proven by science, by the way. We have an aura, and we have something called auric DNA. Just like we have a genetical DNA. When we set the intentions and connect to Mother Earth, our auric DNA gets rebooted and channeled all over again with a brand new Kundalini energy, which goes even in yoga, even in any energy modality. But today is about crystals. So it germinates and it reboots and rekindles and realigns our auric DNA to germinate a brand new aura, depending on how many sessions that you will discuss with the therapist or the person that you trust. So, setting the intention invokes and ignites the vibrational frequency of Mother Earth that is helping our aura in a very instinctive, intuitive, knowing feeling. Instinctive and intuitive. We have an instinct, like the instinct of the mother and the father, that they know by instinct that if they do a certain act, their children are protected with the prayers and meditation. And with intuition and intuitive nature, which we develop by meditation, we develop that persona that is a survival with so many crystals around us. So, we learn how to set the crystals with the energy modality. Now, if you are doing a healing session one-on-one with me, I will be able to channel them and clear your aura and align your chakras, probably explain a bit of it, and I will explain. But when you're learning with me the modality to graduate yourself, you will learn about how to set the crystals, what shape, what color, what number, and remember that the angels and the angel numbers and the numerology. You learn about the geometrical pattern, collaboration with each chakra. We learn about geometrical pattern in collaboration with each chakra. And we have to know when to stop, because too much of something is even less. I explained before the relationship between confidence and humbleness, not to be overconfident and not to be inferior. We have to develop a humble confidence of knowing with assertiveness, polite assertiveness, and not to be submissive. If I was a submissive person, I am to learn and evolve and develop and to levitate above and beyond, to be able to say no, yes, I can or I cannot, developing the boundaries. It's very important to develop boundaries, meaning to say, even when you are in a healing session, you are to know when to stop and to ground the person back. Because it's very important. Grounding or rooting or earthing is so important, even more important of the healing session. We are to go to levitate and ascend and transcend yet it's very important to be grounded and rooted to the power of now, to be dynamic, rational, common sense person, to be having the elements of nature, the 5 elements, and the 4 corners of earth. This is what you call grounding, earthing, rooting. Otherwise, the person will always be in the la-la land. Specific example, and it's very important for me to mention that you will meet a lot of beautiful healers out there or light workers. They do an amazing job, amazing, beautiful job. Yet, they're always in the la-la land. They forget that they have an earth body and they're living in an earth body, and it's important to be grounded and rooted. So, I always remind myself in a humble way, no matter how we co-create, collaborate together, a healing session or an alternative, non-invasive meditation crystal, anything that we do together, to remember that we are human, and at the end of the session, we are to be dynamic, rational, common sense, and walk the path of present time, right now. So, the healing frequency of the crystals are so good for our chakras, and Mother Nature facilitates and directs and channels and amplifies that children, her children that are the crystals, directly from her womb to us. And being a light worker is a choice, which the next month, as I mentioned, I will have a post. It is a choice. Being a light worker is a choice. So, you are to know how to merge, how to levitate, how to ascend, how to transcend, how to channel, when to stop, and when to have that moment that you say that session is enough, and the knowledge and the humble, specific, accurate knowledge of determining together how many sessions does a person need. So, through our journey with spirituality and crystals today, we transmit and receive physical, spiritual, and emotional energy. So, the healing or the clearing or the channeling is physical, spiritual, emotional, mental. That beautiful energy permeates in a beautiful way, merged with crystals. Crystals clear any low frequency vibration. Just like I explain every time, low frequency vibration is hatred, jealousy, envy, sadness. It has to raise that vibration, and right moment, I will not even mention what we're going through around the world, because when we mention the name, we levitate that thing that is being with us nowadays. But we are raising the frequency of Earth, meaning to say, no virus will ever get rid or win us, as long as we listen to the international global health organizations, the safety regulations of the countries we are in, and no fear. Specific example, enough is enough. Sometimes when I go in the lift, people look at each other like they are aliens. It is nice to be scared of the virus and to take care of it and to do the precautions, but it is not acceptable at all to look at my fellow human like I'm scared of my human fellow. No. We have to raise the why I'm saying that? Because fear is a low frequency vibration. You will hear me repeat that in every energy modality. What's our intention is healing, enlightenment, empowerment, sharing the knowledge. So, fear, anxiety, and worry, and all these low frequency vibration, we are to use crystals and meditate and pray to germinate success, to germinate abundance, magnificence, emotional healing, mental healing, physical healing, and spiritual consciousness, that we are being channeled by the divine to pass a message to somebody, to share it with somebody. This is how important the crystals are for creativity. And I need you to say every single day, as I mentioned, when you wake up in the morning or when you meditate, look at yourself in the mirror and raise your own frequency vibration. Be responsible for your own frequency vibration. If you come to me with 10 sessions, it will not be sufficient unless you show me that path that you are working with me. I.e., when you look in the mirror every single day, tell yourself, I am abundant, I am holy, I am magnificent, I am successful, I am love, I am creativity, I am that person who is germinating love and light and spreading love and light. And I am with joy and humbleness and humility, receiving and accepting divine consciousness energy through me, with me, around me, and passing it to people around me through Reiki, even if no training. You have to just say a prayer and send it to that person, and that healing enlightenment will be sent with the wind and the butterflies and the angels. And don't ever forget, we all have angels, all of us, and angels and the angelic realm are a gift from God Almighty, and angels are saving us every single day, every single minute. When we set the intention, when we clear our heart, when we wish each other love and light, angels are around us, within us. They come to us through numbers, feathers, coins, through people that we don't know. They tell us something and you go, what was that? You know instantly that was an earth angel who came to tell you a message. And you are out there, my beautiful earth angels, that every single time I know I'm going live, every single time, God is my witness. A joy germinates in my heart. Something possesses all over me. I'm talking about the possession of good energy, light energy, happy energy, beautiful energy. And before I even know, I divert from any plan or any course or any written fact that I worked so hard on because of your energy. So you are my world, you are my consciousness, you are the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'm trying to do it with my level best. You are my world. Thank you for joining me to my world of love and light. See how I easily divert? So, we are able to germinate and co-create the energy of crystals. And with that energy of crystals, it's very important to germinate the power of I am, to be confident, decisive, decision-making, and to affirm again that God never gave us the spirit of fear. I mentioned fear, anxiety, and worry. It's a triangle. Fear, anxiety, worry. God never gave us. God gave us love, light, happiness, manifestation. Through our prayers, through our gratitude, we are able to germinate that love and light. So, our mind is only the tool. This mind of ours, that common sense, rational being, is only a tool. Our heart is the essence. I'm fast forwarding because I don't want to end without the valid information. So, the heart is our essence, our heart and brain coherence. I will make also one post in future about the heart and brain coherence, how the heart and brain work together to articulate and amplify a multidimensional frequency of love and light. How our brain cells, pineal gland, divine consciousness, intuition, this is the power of the crystals. When we use them around us, I hope it's visible enough. When we surround ourselves, by the way, I think that's the energy of crystals. The energy of crystals is germinating that hyperness in me. And I promise you, those who are my good friends, they know I'm not hyper at all. And this is the energy of crystals. So, with the energy of crystals, we articulate a multi-dimensional frequency. And when you study the modality with me, we learn together about self-love, self-acceptance, self-validation, inner child, the adult person, the wise, the fighter, the resonance, the inner peace, the harmony, the love, the passion, the empathy, the glory, the distant healing, very, very important is distant healing, the initiation and the invitation. When you initiate a session, when you initiate a prayer, an invitation from the other part has already told you and trusted you and resided in you to share with you a secret. So together you co-create a healing crystals with session of healing crystals for the purpose of healing. So crystals initiate a brand new person. When you have crystals around you, or when you channel the crystals, because there is a certain way to channel them, to clear them, to align them to the energy of earth and the divine, as I mentioned, that person with you becomes a brand new person, a brand new energy, a brand new frequency. That is the frequency of honesty, integrity, clarity. Honesty, integrity, and clarity. When you set the intention of healing and acceptance to yourself and others, the outcome is a new person, seeking the truth, saying yes when there is yes, and no when there is no. And again, like Mother Teresa, our beautiful Mother Teresa says, kind words can be easily spoken, yet their echo can be endless. Kind words, when we say kind words to each other, it is so easy to say them, but their effect to somebody who needs that kind word is infinite. Imagine what you can do when you tell somebody from your heart, you look beautiful today, you look so confident, you are doing an amazing job. When you pick up the phone and tell that someone that you are that person, that who is beautiful person, who is abundant, holy, magnificent. Imagine the beautiful word that you say. That beautiful word becomes a beautiful world of that person, and before you even know, that person on the other side needed that single word that came from your heart, and that single word of love changed his or her world forever. That's what we can do with the energy modalities and healing with crystals. So, crystals also help our third eye to be opened, our intuition. They are the divine gateway of our soul connection. They help us to the vortex of intuition through meditation. When we have a meditation session together, like meditation is a clearance session by itself, through the voice, through the guided meditation, we are able to connect to the very important triangle of divine consciousness, the Mother Earth, and the universe. When we meditate together with the intention of healing, we are able to connect to the divine consciousness, universe, and prana. And when we learn about crystals, we become that conduit of love and light. We learn about sacred geometry, cosmos and cosmology, the energy, the universe, the DNA, the harmonics of voice and sound and frequency, the crystal grids and the crystal vortex. Wrap up. Crystals are very important. They are beautiful energy from the deepest layer of Mother Earth, and they are emitting a multi-dimensional frequency of love and light, and they are helping us in our daily life. And with the intention of our daily life healing, as I promise every time, if time is permitting, I will do a mini, humble meditation.